And we're almost at the end of the road. What's going on, you guys? It's be your boy Scotty, and we're here for my review of Chasing Dallas Season 2, Episode 13. So let's get into it, shall we? So we're going to start it off with the rehearsal for the DFW LGBT 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 question mark exclamation point awards. And Reecey and the cast of Chasing Dallas is nominated. And this is just a great thing to honor those LGBT members that is prominent in the Dallas area. And from what I heard, a fellow YouTuber of ours, The Wiley Show, was also nominated for an award at this particular award show. So that's a great thing. You know, we don't have those type of things around here. At least I don't know about them. And plus, I don't really just fraternize with the people in my gay community that's around here. So if there was an award show for things like that, I wouldn't know, and I probably wouldn't even be invited to it. I'm just being real. Dior is there, and he's also nominated as a hairstylist. He's nominated, his family is nominated. So there's a lot of great things that's behind this whole award show. And like I said, it's a great award show. And like they said, they don't want no negative people. They don't want no negative vibes. They just want all positive stuff. And I'm looking at him like, if you got the cast of Chasing Dallas there, do you really believe you're going to get some positive vibes? You think you're not going to get no shade? Bitch, I don't know who the hell you thought you was invited, but you inviting the wrong damn folks if you think you're not going to get no shade, because you going to get it, bitch. So Reecey G confronts Trey Howard about their issues. And to be quite honest, while Reecey G and Grace Jones were having their disagreement, for once, I found myself being on Reecey's side, because I saw that Reecey was trying to have a grown woman's conversation with Grace Jones, but Grace Jones was sucking on that blow pop and did not give a fuck about nothing that Big Mama Thing was talking about. So it was like Big Mama Thing versus Grace Jones. They're going back and forth, back and the forth, fuck like Aaliyah. Back, forth and forth. They was going to fuck back and the fuck forth, okay? And it's just like, Reecey is trying to explain his point to Grace Jones, but Gracie ain't trying to hear nothing that Lil' Kim is trying to say, period. It's like it's going out of one end out the other. Every time Lil' Kim got something to say to Grace Jones got a rebuttal for it. And on top of that, I'm looking at this shit, and this shit just reminds me of that epic-ass battle between Shawnee O'Neal and Brandy Maxfield. That's all that Grace Jones was giving me, and he was reading her shoes and every goddamn thing else, and I'm just like, goddamn, like, why you got it's just like, it don't matter what Kim was trying to say, Gracie wasn't trying to hear it, and Gracie stormed the fuck out. I believe that Gracie was way more pissed off about the lives and shit like that, because looking at the live, Gracie felt like she had to kiss Reecey G ass to get on this show and all of the other stuff. So I don't know what's the basis behind it, but we shall see. Later on down the line, they go outside, and there's Dior standing out there. You know, y'all know that's my husband. Besides, you know, that's my husband. But, you know, Kane is also like my first husband. But, you know, I deal with both of them from time to time, if you understand my drill. Anyway, so they're talking about it. And, you know, Reecey and Dior, they seem to have a little bit of issues. And Reecey feel like Dior ain't owning up to what his part is in these situations. But, you know, my baby daddy, Kane, already said that he feel like Dior don't own up to nothing that he does, and I don't know. I feel like Dior does get a bad rep, mainly because these people that's involved, something like including Trey Howard, who I do like, and these other people that we don't see, these are his friends, his family, his people, and because they got an issue with them, or they're making posts, or they being shady, everybody points the finger at Dior, because they are, because like he said, they are a part of him. So that is the reason why. But I don't know. But I will say this. Grace Jones ain't having none of Big Mama Thing bullshit. She not having it. She don't give a fuck what she talking about. She said to Dior, I think Dior, no, Big Mama Thing said to Dior that they're fine, but he's done with Grace Jones, and Grace Jones didn't give a fuck, okay? And That's one thing I can say. Grace Jones was giving it to Big Mama Thing. I will say that much. But you know, I just feel like this. Even though I like Gracie, aka Trey Howard, I do like him really. But I do think that he's not an excellent communicator. I think that he just flies off the handle and doesn't listen and just want to get himself heard. And that can sometimes be a problem. You know what I mean? So just work on your communication. I know that in confrontation is going to be maybe the raising of the voice, maybe a little bit of overtalk. But sometimes you just got to hear a person speak and get your point across after they're done getting theirs across. That's all I'm saying. So after that, Reecey G goes over to Markell's house. And Markell is basically about to host this Ponderosa for the rest of the folks that's coming in. And they start talking about, you know, Grace Jones and Reecey G's argument. And apparently Markell has said to Dior and Grace Jones that maybe Reecey mad because his boyfriend not talking to him. And that boyfriend is Womack. So here we are once again talking about whether or not Big Mama Thing is fucking Womack or not. And I wish that Reecey would just go on and ask Womack to lay the dick down at least one time without that goddamn Erica Alexander hairpiece that he got. Because I'm getting real tired of hearing about whether or not he finds him attractive. It's pretty clear, Reecey, you find Trey Womack attractive. You want that dick bad as a motherfucker. I understand. Because contrary to what people believe, I know that my Justice League members really don't see it for Womack like that, but I really don't have an issue with him, and I don't have an issue with how he looks. I think that he's a handsome man, to be quite honest, and I feel like if that's what you want, Reecey, get that dig. I mean, get it. That's how I feel. Go ahead. I wouldn't give a damn. At least somebody getting some. I ain't getting shit. I haven't had sex in over a year. Like, I haven't had sex in like a year and 2.5 months. March, April. Yeah, a year and 2 months. It's the last time I had sex, so go figure. So now it's Reecey, Markell, Carrie D, and Kane, and Trey Womack. I hope I didn't say nobody's name more than once. They're there, and they start talking about, they just start talking about George's party. Apparently, George had a birthday party, and he invited the people, and the people didn't show up. Nobody wanted to come. And it's like this. Nobody likes you, George. I don't like you. The cast don't like you. I can't. And I know a lot of people see it for George, but I don't. I've never seen it for George from the very beginning. Now, my thing with George, and I know I'm going to say more about why I don't care for his personality later on, because Reecey made a great point when they were sitting at their table together, and I'm going to embark on that when it comes time to. But my thing with George is, and this is just me speaking as a reviewer, because George tends to act like he don't care about the reviews. They're petty reviews. He don't care about what we say. But a lot of the times he does act like he gives a fuck. If the shit hurts your feelings, if the shit makes you feel some type of way, all you gotta do is own that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with feeling some type of way about what the fuck a person say. Because I'm solid as a rock most of the time. And some things that motherfuckers say do get to me. It's okay to say that. You know what I mean? But what you got to understand is when you decided to get in front of that camera and be on that damn show, you should have known what was going to come with it. I knew that when I started doing this YouTube channel that everybody wasn't going to like me and people were going to find a way to pick me apart, and they do it all the time. So get over yourself. Like, we don't fucking know you. We don't know you as people. We're only going by what we see on the show. And what I see on the show, I feel like if I knew you as a person, I wouldn't like you based off of what you present on this show. You got to be mindful of what you put out there, honestly. Because the camera can only pick up what you give. And that's exactly what the hell you give. Real talk. He brings up his one-on-one with Dior. And, you know, it's just basically like, Reecey was like, well, did she tell the truth when she was sitting down with you? And Kane was like, I just don't feel like she's owning up to anything. And I just feel like Kane and Dior have this underlying beef. Like, it's pretty clear to me that they don't like each other. Like, it's pretty clear to me that Kane don't like Dior, Dior don't like Kane. They don't fucking like each other. They just gotta own this shit. Like, I just think they don't like each other. I think they don't mesh, and that's just what the case of the matter is. Then Trey Womack starts bringing up the tea about what happened in New Orleans, that George done pulled his dick out on him. And he was very aggressive from what they were saying. So now, they're going to push this narrative that George wants to take bitches to his sex dungeon. I'm not going to say that I believe it because I don't know. But I don't know. It is what it is, child. I don't give a fuck what he do with his dick, mouth, whatever. I don't care. So then Ariel and Dior comes in, and immediately Dior and Reecey have their back and forth about the situations that's going on with him and Howard and the family and all of this stuff. And Dior is like, they're grown men. Whatever they do is not a reflection of me. Every time y'all get into it with one of my people, y'all immediately blame me for it. Like it's all my fault. Like it's not my problem. Whatever problem you got with my people, that's my people. But they feel like because he defends them is their issue too. And Kane was like, well, I feel like this, they're putting you in fucked up positions if they're being shady on social media. I agree with that. I don't like social media gangsters. I don't like the social media shit. Okay? I don't like it. I have always been that type of person that's always been very thorough. If I got a problem with you, I'ma call you. I'm not going to text your phone. I'm going to call you. And if I don't have your number, I'm going to hit up your social media. Or if you live around me, I will come to your house and we can have a conversation. We can sit on top of on top of the hood of my car outside of your house and we can have a conversation. Or you can sit on my porch. We can even sit down in my closet and have a conversation. It really don't fucking matter. I'm not about the social media shit. I never liked it. It's just not my thing. I personally don't do social media stuff. So one thing I do agree on with Kane and Womack is this. Y'all got to stop the social media bullshit. It's really not worth it. Like, what for? That's not an effective way of communication. Social media can get everybody fucked up. I don't do the social media games. Period. Never have, never will. That's why I don't fuck with certain people now because they taking shit to social media. Like, instead of talking to me about an issue, they took it to social media and I had to find out that a motherfucker had an issue with me through social media. And I would never fuck with people like that again. I can't. Like, I would never do that. If I got a problem with you, you're gonna know I got a problem with you. You ain't gotta wait till you look up on social media and see some bullshit about you from me. If I had that issue, if I had that big of an issue with you, I could have just voiced that to you myself. But people don't think like me. Once again, Imani Van Zant read the fuck out this cast once again, and I can't say that I was mad at it. I actually agree with everything that she said, and if y'all haven't noticed by now, Imani Van Zant will be the host of the reunion of Chasing Dallas. She will be, and I am very excited to see what she's going to bring because their last host, oh God, their last host for Chasing Dallas did not work. He was boring as fuck, okay? One of the Justice League members could have did that. I'm just saying. They're at a pizza shop. Ariel comes and meet up with Markell and George. Now, George was happy to see Ariel because he's never had a one-on-one with Ariel. Never really got to know Ariel that way. But Markell reveals the tea that Trey Womack did. Revealed about George. And, of course, George denied it. But then he tried to play it like it wasn't that serious. Like he only pulled it out as a joke. I wish he would stop with the lies. Just say you want to fuck him. It's okay, George. It's okay. Just say, I want to screw that nigga. Just say that. Good God. Like, he really gives me Phaedra. He really do. That's why I don't like him like that. Like, ugh, I can't with the lies. The lies. The lies. The lies. Thing you know, Carrie D comes in looking like he just got through driving the taxi. And then Reecey comes in. And then George confronts Reecey about the situation at hand. And about his party. He felt some type of way because he wasn't invited. Reecey basically told George in a nutshell that he don't care for his ass. And because of his attitude, he got this elitist attitude. He looks down on people and he thinks he's better than people. And this is where I follow up on what the fuck I said about George early on in this review. This is why I don't like him on the show. I can't say I don't like him because I don't know him as a person. I don't like him because of what I see on the show. And what I see on the show is he does have this aura about him where he feels that he's better than everybody else and everybody else is beneath him. And I don't like niggas like that. I don't fuck with niggas like that. I'm not that type of nigga. I don't give a fuck how many strings of income you got. That does not mean that you're supposed to act like you're better than people when you're not. You're a human being like everybody else is, and you need to act like you're a human being like everybody else is. I don't care how great you dress. I don't care how handsome you are. I don't care how big your dick just might be. You need to stop acting like you're better than people, because you are not, my dear. You're not. I would like you so much better if you have a more humble spirit, but you don't. And that's why I don't like you like that in person. Not in person. I don't like you like that on the show. Now, who's to say that if I met you in person, my opinion would change? Because at the end of the day, I mean, when I first met Kane, I didn't know what to expect from him. I thought that he was going to be a mean ass when I met him, but Kane was very, very sweet to me. And this is why we have a somewhat relationship. Like, I have told Kane personal things about me. Personal things that have happened to me recently he knows about, because I felt comfortable enough to talk to him about it. Now, regardless of everything else surrounding my people in him, I don't really have a problem with Kane because of that. He has a special place in my heart, being that I confided in him about certain things, certain personal things about my life. And on top of that, he was the first person to appear on my segment Unfiltered. He was the first person to give me an interview. So I will always be grateful to Kane for that. I'm sorry, but that's just where my heart is. I'm sorry. Now it's time for the awards. Dior won an award. Then Chasing Dallas cast won an award. And George got shaded up there at that podium. And I feel kind of sorry for him. But, you know, it's cool. All in all, it was a pretty decent episode. I don't know if y'all enjoyed this review or not. I gave it the best that I could. But I am kind of sleepy. And I got to go to work in the morning all over again. I'll be glad when my vacation hits. Because, baby, this being essential shit is taking its toll on me. That's all I can say about that. With that being said, you guys, this is your boy Scotty. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't at Scotty_by_nature. Feel free to do so. Feel free to share, like, comment, rate, and subscribe this video. And that's it. With that being said, you guys, I'm out of here. Make sure y'all stay sanitized, wash your hands, and be safe. I'm out of here, you guys. Peace.